On today's video, I'm gonna show you how to decorate a gorgeous mantle on a farmhouse style for fall. Keep watching. Hello everyone, I am Ramon. Welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you're here today because it is our last farmhouse style fall DIY for this fall season, and I'm super excited to show you how I put this mantle together. It is so gorgeous, so lavish, and very cohesive with all of the items that we've already put together. Before we get started, I want to let you know that there is a giveaway on this video, so you have to watch all the way through, and I'm super excited to give this to you so you can put a beautiful farmhouse style decor in your own very home. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on because we're just getting started and there is so much fall and holiday DIY and decor that you guys will not want to miss. Be the first one to know when the videos go up by subscribing and turning the notification bell on. All right, well, to get this mantle all done farmhouse style, we're gonna head to the studio. I'm gonna put the items together. I'm gonna show you step by step, and then we'll come back and put the mantle piece together and I'll show you the end result, so keep watching. All right, everyone, so for our first project for our farmhouse mantle decor, what I'm gonna select is this galvanized bucket to go along with all of the rest of the items that we've done. And then I have this, I got at the dollar store and it fits perfectly. So I'm gonna do the arrangement on this little container, then we're gonna insert it inside this bucket. So I'm gonna put this bucket to the side. And then also I'm gonna use some moss that I already had. I'm gonna use some lamb's ear. I'm gonna use some of this eucalyptus. I'm also gonna use some of the olive that I have used before, and of course the beautiful sunflowers from Walmart. All right, so the very first thing is I wanna let you know that I already have a piece of foam to kind of raise my foam where I'm gonna be using. Then what I'm gonna do with my moss, I'm gonna go ahead and secure it and also cover some of those corners so it looks more finished. The reason why you wanna do that is because it will make your foam stay in place. This is just a florist step that we like to do when we are using a smaller foam than the container. And as you can see, it gives it some character. And I actually like it, I'm gonna cut right here. I actually like it when it spills out like that because when I put it on the container, as you see, it will help cover that rim of the container and it just looks more natural and wild. And I, personally, it's a personal thing. I love it. All right, so the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna start my arrangement, and I'm gonna start by adding all of my eucalyptus. And the reason why I wanna do the eucalyptus first is because you want to cover the perimeter with, I would like to say, the least expensive material. And you guys can find this at Walmart. This is from Walmart. It's one bundle, and I love it. And I'm not gonna get tired telling you what happens on the left happens on the right. Then we're gonna go ahead and do one right here, and then immediately I'm gonna go to the left, or the right, I'm sorry. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and do one right here. I'm gonna have some spill forward like that and just bend them down. Like this one right here, I can just bend it down because that would also help the perimeter of the container. So you can actually just bend it down first and then insert it like this so it spills forward. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Then what I'm going to do for some height, I'm gonna add some of this olive. And I'm not gonna add a lot because I don't want it to be too, well, bushy for lack of a better word. I want it to be more natural looking, but you guys know if you've been following the channel that to have a natural looking arrangement, you have to add various forms of greenery and it will look more. Now I want to explain something. I'm gonna leave this right here empty and you'll see why. So I'm not going all the way around. You need to leave about a 4-inch perimeter empty right here because we're going to add something in a second, along with our flowers, of course. And then I have some of these lamb's ear that we've been using on all of our projects. So I'm just gonna add a few just so it is cohesive, so it has all of the same elements. I'm gonna add only 2 because you really won't see much of it. But as you guys can see, I added that last because that is our largest foliage. And I've been talking to you about how you have to add your smaller foliage first, and then you go to your medium size, which would be our olive, and then of course our lamb's ear. So that's gonna be enough. I'm gonna put this one down. I'm gonna get my sunflowers to put this bouquet together, and I'll be right back with you. All right, everyone, so I went ahead and got one of these sunflower bundles from Walmart, and I'm gonna cut them all as long as I can, and I'm gonna do it all at once, and we'll have to adjust if we have to, but it really is the easiest way to do is just cut them all at once, get rid of your stem. I have my trash right here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna see how, I don't want it to be super tall, so I'm gonna go ahead right under the foliage. First of all, I'm gonna use this foliage because you know I don't like to waste any of the foliages that come with my florals, especially if you're gonna add the sunflower, then that indicates there's some sunflowers there. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this guy right here and just above the greenery. I don't want it to be too tall. I'm gonna cut another one. I'm gonna add the foliage up here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add this guy right here. So see how I'm giving some depth, a taller one, then a shorter one. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a third one over on this side. I'm gonna cut my foliage. Actually, no, that one's gonna keep the foliage, but I'm gonna cut a little shorter. Then I'm gonna give it a little bent like this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add right there. And so for this bouquet, I'm only gonna go ahead and use 3 of them, and just like this, but if you guys can see, there's a triangle I'm always talking to you about, and there's a tall one and then 2 short ones. The reason why is because I want to go ahead and add some of our favorite picks from Walmart, and these are the ones with the berry and the blue pumpkin and the olive. These olives are so cute, and then of course the corn husk, which reminds me of when my grandma makes tamales. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and insert those lower right here, so you'll see the pumpkin, and just make sure you go into that foam, and then always bend down and play with that little guy right there. So I have another one over here that I'm gonna go ahead and add. And I'm gonna go cut a corner of the last one I added, and I'm just gonna go ahead and insert into my foam really tight, and you can bend that down. And just like that, you have a bouquet that is very reminiscent of the centerpiece, the lantern, the wreath. And so this is gonna go on our mantle. However, I wanna show you what's gonna really make it look cohesive. I have to go get some ribbon, and I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and did a ribbon bow, and it is just a 6-loop bow. I went ahead and did it off camera because I have a video where I explain you how to do the perfect bow, and it's actually 3 styles of bows. If you have not seen that video, I'm gonna link it down in the description box, 3 styles of bows. But what I wanna show you is that I'm gonna go ahead and use one of these stakes with a wire that I'm always telling you guys you need to get, and I'm gonna swirl that wire into the stake, and it's gonna look like this. And then that space where we didn't put any flowers or any greenery, I'm gonna go ahead and add my bow right there. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now, I did have some of the tails with a burlap, and I'm gonna go ahead and add a few of those just so it looks like it has some burlap in it. So I'm gonna add one right here. I'm gonna separate my burlap, and I'm gonna go ahead and add one up here on the top, making a triangle. Make sure it goes on the foam, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make another one right here. And you guys will see when we do the swag for the fireplace why we need to have some of this burlap. All right, you guys, so to finish this off, all I'm gonna do is grab some of these flyaways with the Daisy Moms that we've been using in all the projects, give them a little twist, give them a little bend, and I'm gonna go ahead and add one right here on the top, just so it gives it some daintiness. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add one on the bottom to make it spill forward, and 2 is all you need. You don't need very many. Make sure that goes on the foam right there. Just bend it forward like that. This is really pretty, and it's going to look really gorgeous. Make sure you fluff your bow. And it's gonna look really gorgeous when we put it inside our container and when we put it on our fireplace. But now I wanna show you how to make a gorgeous swag with a Christmas garland for the mantle. So keep watching and stay tuned as I get all those materials ready. All right, everyone, so for the second step for our mantle and the farmhouse style decor, what I have gathered is a garland, and I put some lights on this one. This is a leftover Christmas garland that I had, and I just went ahead and string some lights because sometimes that little glimmer of light in the evening really makes it look like the weather is changing and it is another time of the year. And then also I grabbed some burlap ribbon that I already had from last year and the check ribbon that we've been using all throughout the season. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start with my check ribbon, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it a longer tail right here. and the bolt just drop on the floor because the bolt knows that I like to drop it on the floor when I work with ribbon. Then I'm gonna give it a loop right here, and I'm gonna attach right here. This is going to be filled with goodies. And remember, we like to give it a longer loop so that way we can crinkle it and it looks like it's windswept. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach right here. Now, if it is too loose, you can always just pull a little bit and then go ahead and crinkle it. And then go in and out right here. Now, this is gonna be a little messy because I'm gonna have to continue to pull this right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a loop and just crinkle it like this. There's gonna be, like I said, a lot of elements to this garland, and it's going to match the bouquet perfectly. And continue watching because you know there is a giveaway for this particular video. So I really hope that you guys will enter to win some fall goodies to go along with this theme. So keep watching. All right, so I'm gonna continue to do these loops and just attaching with the bristles. And I'm gonna go ahead and twist and then just sort of like that. And I'm almost out of my ribbon, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a few more right here. And just like this. Thumbs up if you guys are enjoying this farmhouse style decor. It really has been so much fun for me to create these things to inspire you to create something beautiful for your home. And I just really hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you want to see a Christmas farmhouse style, then go ahead and leave me the hashtag farmhouse down below so that I know that you are interested in that particular theme. So at the end, I'm just going to go ahead and give it a longer tail, and I'm going to go ahead and dovetail my ribbon and just give it a little crinkle like that. Now all of this is going to be fluffed out when we put it on the mantle, but I just wanted to show you. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to start over on this side right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and start not as far out, but we're gonna go ahead and just recede a little bit. So there is that depth. Oh, this one needs to be dovetailed. Look at that. That is a big no-no. If you guys been following the channel, you know that I've been to people's homes where their ribbons are not dovetailed, and I have asked for some scissors. Well, you know, just do them a favor. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing right here, all right? So remember to just pinch, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it right here. And all of this, like I mentioned, is going to be fluffed out, but there's going to be so many elements on this garland, and it's going to look absolutely gorgeous with that container. Now, if you don't have that same container that came from Hobby Lobby, then go ahead and just use any galvanized container that you may have. The theme here is the ribbon and the galvanized. As you guys remember on our welcome home wreath, there was a galvanized welcome home sign. And then on our first centerpiece, there was a container that was galvanized. Then on our lantern, there was a galvanized pumpkin. So you have to keep in mind that if you want to have a cohesive look in your home, then you have to have a few materials that are the same throughout. That way it looks very cohesive. All right, so I'm done with this ribbon. I'm gonna bring all of my elements that we're gonna add to this garland, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so for our greenery, I'm gonna use some of the olive and also some of the lamb's ear. I'm gonna skip the eucalyptus because the eucalyptus was really just used to cover some of the perimeter on that container because it's a big container. So you have to use something that is bulkier and that you don't use a lot of it, and then you can just cover the container. So, but for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this olive. And if you guys have seen just how I did with the lantern behind me, and if you have not seen the video for this lantern, you really should go check it out. It is one of my favorite things, if not my favorite thing that I ever put together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and twist with the bristles, and because this is wire, you can just basically go ahead and wire them together like this. Look at that. And the reason why we're doing this is to just give it some more texture, some more farmhouse elements. And you guys know that eucalyptus and lamb's ear is one of those. And you know what, as I go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and attach also the lamb's ear. And the lamb's ear, all you have to do is like give it a twist with one of those, and look at that. You just bend it. I'm going to show you. You grab your bristle and then you just twist it into the lamb's ear, and look at that. It stays right where it needs to be. You just need to make sure that it is one of the bristles that has a wire to it, and look at that. You don't have to do a lot of fuss to do some of these garlands because It is just super easy. Look at that. It just stays. All right, so I have a few more that I want to add. And this is gonna go on our fireplace, but it's not gonna be laying straight. And I cannot wait to show you guys a whole fireplace put together. This is, however, like I mentioned before, our last farmhouse for fall, and I really hope that you guys have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, and like I said, let me know that you are interested for the Christmas season so we can do some farmhouse Christmas. I think this year for Christmas, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do five different themes to cover all of the themes from traditional to glam to snowy to something else. But we'll talk more about that as the season progresses, because I do want you guys' input. I might do a live to talk to you guys about it. I want to make sure that those are the themes that some of you are actually working, so I can give you ideas on how to decorate your house for the holiday season. All right, so we've come to the end. I'm going to attach my last olive right here at the very end, making sure that our ribbon is all dovetail, all of it. I'm gonna go ahead and install this on the fireplace. We're gonna still add the sunflowers and the pumpkin picks, but I wanna do that while it's someplace where it's going to go. So let's head over to my living room and I'll show you guys how this is done. Keep watching. All right, everyone, so I have the finished garland right here, and I want to explain two things really quick. Number one, this is something that you could also do to go above a doorway or an entryway. I think it would be perfect. All you have to do is follow all the steps. Number two is this stand right here that you see is going to be where we're gonna put our focal point, and I want my swag to swag under it or over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab my garland. I'm gonna push this guy forward a little bit, and then I'm gonna set my garland like that, and I want it to swag kind of like this, but I also want it to hang over a little bit. And I'm gonna set this right here. Now I'm gonna turn the lights on so you guys can see what it looks like. So this is what our swag is going to look like here on the mantle, and at this point I just recommend to go in, fluff those bows and all of those really pretty tails. Make sure they all show, like this one right here. I would push it to the forward like that. And so now it's time to embellish this a little bit more, and you guys know that I'm crazy over these guys right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just insert this right here, and grabbing one of these bristles, I'm just basically gonna fold that up, and it's gonna give us some of those pumpkins that we have in all of our farmhouse projects. And look, it's just that easy. So I'm gonna go over to the other side now. So I'm basically gonna start right here on the top, and I'm gonna grab this bristle, and then I'm gonna just fold it like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the whimsy flyaways, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and insert this guy right here. That's why it's better if you just do it right here on the mantle, and then you move over to the other side right here. So we're gonna go over to the other side, just grab one of those bristles and twist it right there. And I have a few more, so I'm gonna go ahead and put one right here on the top. Look how cute that is. Now I have one more, so I wanted to extend it all the way down. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this guy right here, and just grabbing this bristle, we're gonna go ahead and twist, and look, it extended all the way down. And I have one more, so I'm gonna go ahead and add it right here to the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and add right here. How cute. Thumbs up if you like this idea of a swag going all the way down. All right, so then the last step will be to add our sunflowers, and I'm gonna go ahead and add one right here. So I'm basically just gonna lay them down. Look how gorgeous that is. I'm gonna do one there, then I'm gonna go ahead and do one right here. You wanna make sure that you see those sunflowers. Then I'm gonna go ahead and bring one right here and just twist some of these bristles into the stem, especially if it's a shorter stem. You want to make sure that it stays right there. So then I'm going to go ahead and add one right here, and I will give you a shot of it in a second, the finished product. Just twist that bristle so make it stay. And I have one last one, but what I want to do is I want to go ahead and bring my pumpkins that I'm going to put. These are the exact same pumpkins that we used on our lantern. And like I tell you, there's nothing better than having a cohesive look. And the way you achieve that is by using all of the same materials and all throughout your decor. Look how adorable is that. We're going to add the galvanized one right here. So you have a topiary with this beautiful swag of flowers. I have one last one, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this one right here on the top. And look how gorgeous that is. But it is not finished till we add the last touch, which is our floral bouquet. Keep watching. And as you can see, creating a gorgeous farmhouse style decor for your mantle was super easy. It really is very affordable. If you just do a swag that drapes all the way down to the floor on one side, and then your galvanized bucket right here. What keeps it cohesive with all of the looks is going to be the galvanized item and the checker ribbon and all of the elements like the sunflowers and the little pumpkins. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this idea. So if you feel like this is not finished because on this side there's elements missing, well, here's a really quick tip. What you can do is you can grab one of your Christmas picks. So this is basically just a Christmas greenery pick. What I did is I added a cute little bow with a tail that goes all the way down. I dovetailed it. I added some lamb's ear, which is some of the elements that we have on our bouquet right here. So I'm gonna lay that down on this side. And then what I did is I saved some of my sunflowers, and I'm gonna go ahead and add one right here on the lamb's ear. I'm gonna add one of my picks with the pumpkin right here. You can just basically lay it there. And then I'm gonna add another sunflower right here to hide the stem. And as you guys can see, this cute little trick really extends the shape of your design, and it makes it look finished, and it was super quick. Thumbs up. All right, everyone, so now for the giveaway. I'm so excited to give one lucky winner a care packet to put something together with this particular look. So you're going to be receiving a bolt of the checker ribbon. You're also gonna be receiving 5 of the picks with a pumpkin. You're gonna be receiving 5 of the stems of the lamb's ear. You're going to be receiving also 5 of the stems of the sunflowers and a bolt of burlap ribbon, so you can put something like this together. And I cannot wait to pick one. And the winner will be announced on my Instagram, and the instructions are super easy. All you have to do is share this video with a friend, take a screenshot and send it to me on Instagram. Be sure that you follow me on Instagram to be able to send me that screenshot that you have shared this video, whether it is on an email or on Facebook or on Instagram or however you share it. Take that screenshot, send it to me on my DMs on Instagram, and be sure to follow me on Instagram. All my social medias are down below. Super easy, and I cannot wait for you guys to receive this so you can put something gorgeous together. And stay tuned for the announcement of the winner on an Instagram post. All right, you guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, share with a friend, leave me a comment down below and let me know what do you think about this particular theme. And like I told you earlier, if you wanna see a farmhouse style Christmas look, be sure to let me know with the hashtag Farmhouse Christmas in the comment section below. All right, well, that's all I have for today. Enjoy the video, consider subscribing and watch more videos right now. Until next time, bye. If you are new to this channel, I want to take a second to welcome you and invite you to subscribe for future decorating ideas by hitting this button down here. And if you already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you're notified about every single full update. We're going to be uploading videos on Wednesdays and Sundays. And if you enjoyed this video, I recommend you watch this one right here. And there's going to be a full playlist of all of our full videos down here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.